Right, boys. Sunday evening arena just ended. Today's video, we're gonna go about looking at some formations for arena in the top 10. All right, maybe top 20 if we get that far. Right, arena just ended. You can see my defense rate is horrible. Um, anyway, let's go. Top 10. Okay, this guy was second. Gonna watch the fight. Observe the placement of units as we go. Okay, so it seems to be able to use Susera properly, you're gonna need units that hit multiple times. Alright, so in this example, in this guy's team, Prince Noctis, Elenir, alright? So with Elenir, the crystals that Susera is able to get, because the enemies are being hit, right, is a little more than you would normally have. And my opinion of Susera would be very hard to set up as a unit, but very decent as a unit. If you manage to set her up in such a way that you are able to make and get the full use out of her. Alright? Okay, so you can see roadblock lane, Lucy, Sito, and then we got the DPS lane right here, Yuri, Susera, Alec, Elenir, and then Levi at the back. And then Bane of course with the token taunt in the corner. I would think that he spammed a lot of swords to be able to get them many points. But I mean, I think team is really strong, attacking wise as well. Anyway, let's don't bother about this. Anyway, formation is here. Where you can see the turn orders. One thing you gotta note is there is a Yuri there, right? Because right now a lot of people are going 3 lanes. They're not going like dual lane chopsticks. They're not going the old school kind of formations nowadays. So Yuri is alright. I mean, Yuri is a unit that, when used properly in the current meta, is something that can kill Jin, right? Because she has very high base damage, right? Very high base damage with a little buff. Jin might get one shot, alright? Depends. Alright, Kaiba Frost. Kaiba Frost is 7th. Formation. Okay, so what this guy was going for was Levia first, Bane taunt early. Okay, in current meta, Bane taunting early is probably the best way to go, because you want him to catch something that's not debuff immune, and then whatever is gonna dot, he's gonna, how do I say this, counter kill, right? So he puts the dot on them and then counter kills. Bane early is a very good thing, okay, right now. So you see, in this team, the Susera, because there is a lack of multi-hits, because the Alenia died early, did not manage to get her passive up. So not so effective against my team. I'm not sure against other teams how effective it was, but right here you can see it wasn't that effective. My defense is really horrible though. Anyway, we'll go through that later. Sturm copied my formation some way, so it's quite identical. Turn order is a little bit different. Placement of Alec and Ventana is a little bit different, but it's essentially the same formation. Okay, same formation here. I mean, maybe you want to see a mirror match, but my formation is more better. more effective for attacking. So for defending wise, it's not that strong because I'm going for Ventana to kill off a taunt, an early bane as soon as possible. And in this case, both our teams are doing an early bane in the same row as well. So you can see what happens here. So Ventana kills off the taunt, and then your whole team has no more taunts. And then it just comes out to a middle row battle, right? So Jin, Sito, and then my level will finish his because there's no taunts. So in a way, right now, having Ventana to solve a taunt issue is pretty good, pretty effective. I mean, it has been for a while, but yeah, I think Ventana is really good. Also, she does 3 damage instances. Alright, 1 and 2. This one, 2. So one instance here, 1 instance here, and then normal attack, 3 instances. So when Ventana hits Sito, uh, 3 ticks of his what do you call it? Distorted Death Guard? I don't know. It's gone. Right, so more hits, more instances of damage, Sito dies faster. Okay, let's go with Aram. Aram is number 1, I think, this week. Yeah. Okay, his formation is something I want to talk about more. Okay, so you can see right off the bat that Caitlyn, no, I mean Kaelin. Kaelin is placed at the back. Okay, to avoid being hit by um, what's his name? Alec. Right, because you don't want her to die there like immediately. You don't want her to die too early in the fight. So you place Kaelin right at the back, next to something else that might counter a Levia going onto her taunt. Yeah, so it's a pretty good placement for Kaelin, right at the back. And in this case, he has been at the back as well. So I guess the logic of this was that he wanted uh, Caitlyn to take the initial damage and Bane to just hold on with the taunt later on. As you can see what's happening right here. Alright, so the Susera I don't really understand, but it is, I mean, it is a nice combo, alright? Elenia and then Susera together in the team, you get more hits, more effective. Alright, you can see the damage done. There's a lot of difference. So probably he's right. The ideal position for Kaelin would be at the back, and linked in a T shape to maybe a Jin or a Sito will be the most effective way of using Kaelin right now. Right? So linked to Sito right here. So if a Levia happens to go onto Kaelin, right onto Sito. Right, there's no other use for that actually. So it's just this. This is just basic. Alex single lane. In this case, if his Bane was not so early, first turn, then any team with an Alec would just finish off this lane so fast. Right, so the early taunt is very essential with the Bane. Linus, Big Whale, he's playing 4 mages, also interesting to see. Um, so his main point of this formation would be to depend on Celia's aura, reduce attack and whatever stats of whatever opponent units are. That's the main selling point with a solar support. It's quite effective because the range of mages is a lot bigger. So you have Natus, Valfern, Levia. They all can kill stuff, and their range is really big. So it's quite scary. And the placement of Lucy in a line with Sito is just to make sure you catch a Levia. right? Because he is probably expecting the Grand to die very early, because Ventana is quite common nowadays. So in a way, 4 mage formations now are still effective. Doesn't matter that you have Jin, uh, Gunther, Kaelin, but it's a much slower roll. You go slower than playing with warriors, of course. Uh, I mean, because he has a Celia 15, right? Wait, let me. So Celia 15 is always going to be super annoying nowadays, right? Celia 15. The stats reduce is insane, right? 95% all stats reduction is crazy, right? And then the aura is 25%. It's just super annoying, right? It's super annoying. Stats reduce is super annoying right now, and because debuff immune units are not uh, immune to this, it's even more annoying. Alright, go with guts. Guts formation, quite interesting. He's banking on Celia as well for Yuri. Actually, you know what? I think I did attack guts as well. Alright, so you see the two sides of the coin with guts. It's quite interesting. Alright, so guts is attacking right now. I mean, if you all know, you should know by now that Refi on Lucy is not a bad thing, because does take away some ticks of Sito when you do get him. Yeah, but Celia is really OP right now. Celia with a high plus, super OP. Super annoying to deal with. And in this case, my Ventana did not deal enough damage, or my Angelica did not deal enough damage to kill the Grand. So I lost defensively. And from what I can see, he is expecting the Voronia to die pretty early. Which indicates yes. So the Ceto is placed in a position to catch Alevia next to Lucy. Yeah, so this is identical formation. Think of the guts, there you go. Right, identical formation when I'm attacking. Right. So there's a lot of difference between a good attacking formation and a good defensive formation. And your main idea for Arena is you want to get something that excels somewhat in something, defending or attacking, and then is decent for the other, you know? But right now, I think extremely defensive formations are not very good, so you have to go with a super attacking formation and just spam swords. Right. So in this case, my Alec killed the Grand, and then he lost because the Grand is dead. Because as long as my Bane is alive, he's not gonna die to a Celia or a Ceto or a Velfern. Right, you can see right here. Bane is not gonna die to any of those things. So the top lane is totally stuck on Bane, which makes Bane a very, very strong unit right now. And the Yuri pickup was quite interesting for me. Alright, it's double assault. I think she is usable now because she deals with Jin. Alright, definitely deals with Jin quite well. Yeah, but it's a pretty good setup. Mm, I don't know what rank was Roger. Roger was 10th. Okay, was he 10th? What, did he hit me? No, not really. Then we go with Veth later. Alright, Roger set up Kaelin in the middle of nowhere, single taunt with Refi in front. Possibly to... actually, I don't really see the logic of this. Mm, it's an early Bane, and then second would be Kaelin. So basically, no warriors attack within the first 2 hits, which is very dangerous, in my opinion. I think he might want to stagger it in a way. Alright, but maybe because the range of the warriors he has right now, Eden, um, Angelica, they're not that good at this point in time in meta. Because we're always going to have a Ceto skip, we're going to have a Jin skip, which is more, how would I say, common. And because early Bane taunts are very normal nowadays, um, I mean basically everyone is going to do a early Ventana first hit, right? But in this formation, the Ventana is 5th. So Bane first and then Kaelin. So very defensive minded formation, I guess. I mean, if he's watching the video, let me know your defense win rate, man. Quite interested to know. Alright, in this fight, I think you will not be able to see Kaelin's usage because the Kaelin would die to the Bane counter very quickly. That's what I'm thinking. I didn't really watch all my fights, so we're watching it together for the first time. There you go, Kaelin dead immediately to the Stigma. And then bottom lane, Alec clear. Yeah, it's a really big gamble to not have your attacking units, your warriors, hit and kill something early. If you're going double taunt and your taunt is dealt with really quickly, it's not that good. Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, so if Roger, you're watching the video, let me know your defense rate, man. I'm really interested. We have Roger. I think we have Veth. We have Veth right now. Veth, we can do attack and defense because I hit him a lot, like a lot throughout the whole week. And the formation of ours both didn't change the whole week. So, alright. So this is me defending Veth. Did he change his form? Well, I think he did. Right. So at this level, I think if you're GM1 and above, you have tons of plus 15 legends and whatever units, you know. So I'm not really gonna click on every unit to see what their skill level is. So defending Vethriel, of course he's going with the Celia. I'm gonna call it cheese right now because I don't really like it. I think it's just really OP. Alright, so my Alec died to the Grand, which means I lost the fight. Just at that point in time. No other way about it. I lost the fight just because the Grand didn't die. If you're interested to know what runes, it's not even good runes. It's double HP, probably about 51% times 2. Yeah, I lost the fight. Just the moment Ventana didn't kill Gran, my Alec didn't kill Gran. There was no way I could fight back from that. Oh, something interesting for you guys. Alright, so my Levia is 1 shield, 1 HP, but she's 15. The reasoning behind this is because Celia is very common. Alright, Celia is common. And with her aura on, right, my Levia is still 100% defense with shield rune. So that's the point of the shield rune of my Levia. Alright. And then we're gonna do one that I'm attacking him, and then when my Bane taunt is up earlier, why it's so much easier. Let's find him somewhere. There you go. Okay, so in this case, my taunt is going to be up earlier than his, so my advantage is significantly higher. I mean, it doesn't matter that it's grand right there. There's no difference, you know. Because Veth has no Ventana, he's going to have issues with taunts when he attacks other people. Because in this case, his Angelica was going first, so, you know, interesting bit to see. And the whole point of Angelica in my team was to deal with something like that, a late grand taunt. Anyway, the fight is ended. He's lost. There's no way he's gonna win. Gonna skip. Alright, you can see the turn order right here. I mean, if you guys really want to see the formation and see the turn orders, you just pause the video, right? Okay, let's see who else is in top 10. I've done this. Guts, Kaiba, Vef, Victor. Okay, we got Victor. We're gonna see Victor's formation. Victor, alright, this one. I attack into this guy and I always lose. Because his formation is so funky, right? It's Albion. And then with the Celia. It's just a super annoying formation. So in this case, the Albion taunt will be on Lucy first. Which again is really annoying. Alright, but because I'm attacking right now, I think I did even worse when he attacked me. My Bane was not able to taunt at all. Right, so the Alec one-shots my Bane. My Alec one-shots his Cedo. There's a lot of one-shotting going around here, you know. And the key to me losing this matchup is my Angelica not killing the Refi right here. Because my Angelica didn't kill Refi, there is one more obstacle here other than Lucy to get to the Levia, which means I lose this fight. Alright? So if my Angelica crit and killed the Refi, I won the fight. Actually, there's no need to see this. I lost this. Okay, you know what? Maybe you might want to see. Okay, see, the Levia goes on a Lucy. Lucy is dead. The Refi is still there. Which means, because if the Refi is dead, the Levia, my Levia, would be going on to Levia on this turn instead of Refi. So in this case, I lost because he goes straight on Sito. So I mean, it's RNG, you know, you can't blame anyone. I think there is a... There you go, see? Exact same formation. Right, same formation, same person. And in this case, the Angelica did kill the Refi. And that's how I won. So it's really small margins, I guess. I'm not gonna go with Natas and how good he is right now, because I think he's decent as a lane clear. He dies to Sido Jin, which are 2 units which also deal with Levia, so they will be more popular. I don't recommend you guys, you know, investing in Natas nowadays. But if you already have him, yeah, sure, he's decent. He's decent. Okay, look, so the referee is dead, and that's why I won the fight. This fight, I guess. I think we're done with the top 10. Was there a formation that I was very interested to look at? I think it's this guy, Night Lord. Was it this one? Yeah, this formation was very interesting because it was a Christina, Eden. Yeah, this was interesting. I wonder if I have a fight with him. There you go. Right, so I attacked into him. Super annoying formation. Helga, in a way, is kind of weird. I mean, she's decent, but you know. Yeah. Okay, so you guys can watch this. I'm pretty sure that it was a very awkward fight because the units are not really where you think they would normally be. And there was Belial as well. So the buff restrict, buff prohibition, super annoying. And I think my Angelica didn't one-shot the Belial. Oh, it did. Hmm. It's just very interesting. Okay, you can see the interaction between Valfen uh, killing off a lot of things. Oof, there you go. My main DPS all dead. So I basically lost the fight right there. Because of Valfen, with the painful AoE on my warriors, Cito and Elect. I mean, I don't think we need to watch, right? It's just Lucy. You know what's gonna happen. So at the end of the day, there are quite a bit of units that you can use nowadays. What was it? Hot Mercenaries. Alright, you can see on the warriors, Alania is second, Angelica for some reason is third, Ventana is fourth. I think Ventana should be used more. She's really good. Eden, not sure why fifth. Jin usage will increase tons, alright, because he is just really interesting to use. Alright, you can put him single lane roadblock, skip, on skip to defend. Uh, really interesting. Counters quite a bit of things. Alright, but also dies a lot of things. Right, so Bane Stigma as well kills him. You know, Kaelin kills him. Quite interesting to use. Alec is just not popular, but he's really strong. Um, Lucy definitely given, Bane, Gran, Glacier, Menshina. Okay, I think if you're in GM1, you're only going to use these three. Right? Very rarely you're going to use anything below that. And Kaelin usage will increase slowly as people pull her. Because she's like a wild card, AoE, uh, not AoE, hit taker. I mean, she takes a lot of hits. Her usage will increase, definitely. Do I recommend you building Kaelin? If you really don't have anything, any taunt that is good enough, sure. If you already have Bane, maybe not. Depends on you. Alright, so Levia number one. Natus usage has been quite even for quite a while. I think because Celia is so strong, but she's so hard to get to 15. Not many people are gonna have her. Anyway, the five mages are there. I think Nova told me, my guildmate, he told me that if you use Solar, right, Solar with a 4 mage team, double defenders and Kaelin, Kaelin's crit rate is really high. So Kaelin's chances of counter killing stuff is also high. Right, so this will increase with Rage Runes. So in a way, it's a nice interaction you can try, I guess. Right, so it's quite surprising to me that Veronia is third. Means that people are actually needing the defense from her in the amazing single target taunt. I mean, single target buffs, what am I talking about? I think I'm done with this video. Alright, Hepasia is also interestingly quite high, even as a 4-star unit. Anyway, guys, if you have a team set up already, a couple of options to switch in and out, I think you should save, right? Save for the new batch of Octo upgrades. Start saving. But of course, get your team in a place where you can rank decently every week, right? I mean, if you're a new player, you're on Sapphire, Ruby, it's okay. If you're a really old Relic player, you want to try and get to the GM ranks, right? Because Ancient Coin um, rewards pretty nice, right? 160, 141, 116. It's all pretty nice, right? Ancient Coins is always the most desired currency in the game, right? And if you can't reach there, then you need to finish your Evil Castle and campaign. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you liked the video and then comment below if you have any questions. Alright, see you guys. Ciao.